Forget budgeting, do this to save money. Why are you listening to me? I've been semi-retired since I was 29. I'm 40 now because I am great with money and I want to share my wisdom with you. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to get one credit card that you intend to pay off every month, and then every month put every expense physically possible onto that credit card. Now, why are we doing this instead of having a budget? Because budgets are freaking hard and it's time consuming and no one wants to do it. You do it, it's probably not that accurate. You're like, ooh, I want to spend $500 a month on groceries. And then you spend $800 and you're like, why did I build this budget? It basically did nothing for me. Instead, what I want to do is just figure out what you're spending. So put everything on a credit card, on one credit card, pay it off every month. And then I want you to look at this at a macro level. What was my credit card bill for last year? Let's say it was $60,000. Then you can divide that by 12 and you'll know what you spend a month. You're like, I spend $5,000 a month. And then I would probably go at a granular level and see where the money's kind of going. And also most credit card companies will do a yearly sort of what your stuff is being spent on. And now you've got an idea of where the money is going. All right, now we need to save money. How are we going to start executing this? For now on, for every single purchase decision, you are going to ask yourself a question. Do I need this or do I want this? And so if you need it, aka food, shelter, clothing, if you don't have clothing, if you already have clothing, you don't need it anymore, it's a want. Do I need the food? Yes, I need this or I will die. Great, go buy it. Now, are you buying it at the fancy grocery store or are you going to the less expensive one? If you need to save money, you're going to the less expensive grocery store. Now, if you see something you really crave, like, ooh, look at those fancy boots, I want to buy those. That is a want. So you're not going to buy those. However, at the end of the month or the end of a quarter, if maybe you've written down all the things you want, write down the things you want. Maybe you've got 10 or 20 or even 40 things that you came across that you want. At the end of the quarter, if you've got some leftover money after you have paid off your credit card, paid for rent or mortgage, and invested 20% of your gross at least into savings, into ideally like the S&P 500, then we've got some leftover money. We can put that towards some wants. Now, this is so much simpler than budgeting. Every time you get to a financial decision, do I need this? Do I want this? Only get things you need while you're in a money crunch. When times are really tight, I get nothing I want. I get nothing. Cold turkey, nothing I want. The only time I break from this, just to be clear, is when I'm getting very, very depressed because I need something fun to do. For mental health, I will occasionally get something I want or an experience I want, or maybe go out to that meal just to get out of the house. But other than that, we stay on course and we use discipline. And then you will get your financial goals when you start executing a plan that really adds up over time.